Bitcoin is breaking out of this resistance here since the beginning of October. We might see a nice move to the upside very soon. Next price target would be at around $114,000. And if we manage to break out of that resistance with massive volume, we might even go to the $120,000. We will discuss all the possibilities in this video. We will also talk about some interesting updates in the altcoin markets and also some news happening here, and also talk about the liquidation heat map. So make sure you stay tuned until the end. Now, let's quickly see what happened to Bitcoin here. We are above the $111,000. We also broke out of this resistance line here, which is quite nice. Now we just need to pump above the 112 so we can create a new higher high, and after start a new uptrend. For now, I have to say it looks quite good, guys. Look at this. We have here a new trend line basically. So we can see here, this is a good support line, and right now this is still holding, which is nice. Next price target, as I mentioned, 112, then after 114, and then the $120,000 for Bitcoin. If we will not manage to stay above this line right here, we will definitely go back to this zone right here at around 108, and then maybe try to break out again. It looks also a little bit like a symmetrical triangle, and those can break to both of the sides, so they can either break to the upside or to the downside. So it's a very important moment right now. It's crucial basically. If this will break to the downside, we will see most likely, let me quickly measure it here on the 4-hour list, we will see around a $20,000 drop, guys, which is not so beautiful. Let's say we will break out from here, we will basically go to $85,000, which I think is unlikely. I think the support at $100,000 is quite strong. We still have to look out for these possibilities out there. I think the possibility for this is at around 30%. So let's see if we will break to the upside. We can possibly go to $134,000. So let's see. I will keep this out here to affirm this breakout to the upside, so we can see some nice bullish momentum coming into the market in the next upcoming days and weeks and months. Now, let's also quickly talk about Ethereum here. We tried to go, and Ethereum, I have to say, also is forming here another resistance, as we can see right here. Also looks like a little bit of a symmetrical triangle. So that's why we need to be very careful with Ethereum now, because it looks like it doesn't want to break out. We can see here we have strong resistance here. It was holding here, and it's creating also lower highs, which is not so positive. So I would be careful right now. Now it's of course not the time to jump to a long trade. I would either wait the confirmation of this breakout here, and as we can see, this can be a big one. It's gonna be a $900 move if it breaks to both sides. So we might see here a $5,000 Ethereum or a $3,000 Ethereum. So we need to be very careful right now. Let's see what will happen. For now, the RSI is in the middle. It's not time to buy, not time to sell. It's time to be patient. So we talked about Ethereum. I already mentioned to you I want to buy some more Ethereum at around this zone right here at around 3,450, and after I'm looking to add more in case we're gonna touch this downward support right here. So we might also go to $3,100. So it's not unlikely for this symmetrical triangle to play out to the downside. I would say for Ethereum it looks more likely than for Bitcoin. So that's why we have to be careful. Don't open too high leverage positions. Play it safe and protect your capital. Very important. Now let's talk a little bit about something positive. We can see here we have a lot of liquidity above the $116,000 for Bitcoin. We can see there is massive liquidity waiting here around 671 millions, which is very nice for crypto. We also have some liquidity below at 106, around 581 million. So we need to be careful. I think we might still go grab this liquidity up to 103 and then start the pump to the upside. That's why I would be careful right now. And if this happens with Bitcoin, I think most of the altcoins will have a very strong pullback as well. That's why we need to be careful with altcoin trades. Right now, I'm just buying some spot positions like Bitcoin, maybe some Ethereum and Solana, but I'm waiting on the sidelines with high leverage trades. Also, we can see here JP Morgan will now accept Bitcoin and Ethereum as collateral in its crypto strategy, which is very amazing. You can use your crypto as collateral for other investments with JP Morgan, or maybe even take loans from the JP Morgan bank. That would be definitely very positive. It means those banks, they want to get your Bitcoin. Don't use too much debt. Don't try to get into debt. Always keep your capital and protect it. Don't give it to some banks as collateral. I wouldn't recommend that, but it's definitely positive for the retail people out there. They can use their Bitcoin as collateral, which is nice. It means JP Morgan wants to get your Bitcoin, which shows some nice interest in crypto. Besides that, we can see here some of the altcoins are up quite nicely this week. We see some green numbers on the 7 days, so Bitcoin up 4%, BNB up 2%, XRP up 10%, which is quite nice. Let's check out XRP a little bit here. And the XRP had a very nice move from beginning of the year. We can see up 5x from the 24th of November. Quite amazing moves. Congratulations to the XRP army out there. It might be time to buy some XRP slowly as well. Let's see, I would think to buy some more. I will look for some buying opportunity at $2.2. I also want to talk about here, the altcoin season index is so low, it might be also a good idea to start buying some altcoins, because when the altcoin season index is very low, it means the altcoins are basically oversold against Bitcoin, so it might be a good idea to accumulate some more. RSI right now at 51, so it's still patience time. I would wait until stuff gets oversold. I want to buy extreme fears. That's where you make the most gain. So make sure you always have some capital on the side so you can buy the extreme fear dips. That was it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to take profits. See you all again next time. Bye bye.